So guys, you see that? I did a custom setting this one. You can do this in the OBS Studio setting. I put it down below. We do that to confuse its brain. You guys know that. Have fun with it. So you guys know that it's in the setting, and you can go to the link of the video where you can go get this at. The site we're gonna put here in a second. I have the site where you can get this to download for free. This is the Weatherstar4000, like the old weather channel of the 1990s and 1980s they had. You know why I did this? I actually did some adjustments to make it look like that. It blend in the background. I'll show you the original one, what it will look like. The original one looks like this. I'll show you what it looks like. That's the original one. See that? We're probably going to blend that and make it look different. That's what we're going to do. So it'll be good. This is the one I made it confused this way. You can actually see it. When it blends in darker colors, you guys will see it a little bit better. So I made it like that to make it look cool. You guys saw that. So this is called the Weatherstar4000. So we're going to let this continue to roll for a while. All we'll look on the screen. I like to make it look like that, make it look interesting. So you can blend it in the background like this on all your CB radio stuff and make it look cool when you talk on the radio. So it's pretty good. This is actually a simulator program you can get for free. It's called the Weatherstar4000. Anybody can do it on any system Windows you want. It'll still work fine. And you guys should get this. It's very small. It's 90 megs. That's how small this thing is. But you got to put in, like, you have to type all the stuff in there where it shows what this kid on the video show you how to do it. But I found a way to do that, and you guys could do this. It'll cycle all that. It makes it look cool. See, I adjust some sharpness stuff. I did some OBS Studio filters in this to make it look like that when I run this on the simulation program on the internet. This actually runs on the internet with this weather simulation does. It actually uploads all the cities and times and everything. So this location's in Knoxville, Tennessee, and it'll actually do other ones. And that's actually a live radar uploaded from on the internet from the Weather Channel when it does that, or probably from other sources. But someone actually put this program for years when they did this, and that is pretty cool. So the only thing you got to do when you do this, you don't want to play the music in the background when this is running, so you have to keep it muted. If you're on your OBS Studio, if it's running your desktop audio, you need to mute that just in case, because as the Weather Channel music things, you have to download one of the Weather Channel music on the site where the kid tells you just get one song, and you have to add it in the program to make it run this way, to make it go. That's how that thing works. And if you're gonna run this on the OBS Studio, do not run any desktop audio in the background of this. The only way you do is turn it off, shut this off before you go do. If you're gonna do some audio background music and stuff, that's the only way you're going to do that the way it works. So that's the only downside is do not run any music in the background, the music inside the program of this one, okay? Make sure your desktop audio is muted before you do that. Then you can turn this off, and if you're going to run your music things in the background like the ones you do on YouTube, like you have on YouTube, you could do that. So this, I actually turned the audio in the desktop background off on this, so you won't hear the music in this thing when it runs. I put one inside of it. So I hope you guys love this thing. So there's a person who does this one like this. There's a person who does this one. The 11-meter repeater on YouTube has it. They're a part of the Hudson Valley. So they actually have this to run on the side of the radios. So we can do this every time we have some fun. I don't care. You can make it look interesting like this, and it doesn't matter. It looks good. I make it look very kind of unique and different, but it's the old school Weather Channel from the 1980s and 90s. When I saw it, I feel like I'm back in 1986. But on cable TV, we used to be so static like this. It didn't never look this clear, but until 2005 is when they got rid of this. So someone actually made this. It took them many years to get it done the way it is. Instead, it's on the computer. You can run this thing on your machine. You don't need a 4000 machine. It has one. It will run for every Windows you have or Mac. Either way, it does awesome. So this is great, guys. So we're gonna let this run for a while. I'll go look at my screen and see what it looks like. We'll sit here and let this run for a while. It's pretty cool. So we want to make it look interesting like that. So I like it that way. As long as you guys in dark, when it gets in dark backgrounds, it makes it look better. You gotta make it look interesting when you run things on a C radio. The other one will probably do the same thing. Um, when I'm on a C radio, this thing probably will run this in the background like this when I talk on the air. That would be something quite cool. You can do that. But you might, yeah, you can turn this off anytime. But it's pretty cool. But the original was all blue and everything. So I did some sharpening just on OBS Studio setting to make it look like that, to run like that. I make it look random, so it's an old school nice thing. It looks pretty awesome when it does that. It's like we put some little green screen effect. So that is pretty cool. As long as you see the temperature and everything, or great. But if you guys want to go get this, let me know. Go get it on the internet, you'll find it. And I'll put the link down where you can get it, where you can go download it off the site and where you go find it. And you guys will learn how to do it. Well, that's actually New Moon. That's what it says. I like it. Looks like that. It's pretty cool. So who's in the chat room tonight? Let me know who's out there. Anyone in the studio here? I need to know who's out there. I need to go look at and see what's going on in the back there. Can anyone see this or not? Give me a shout back. It's okay. Give us a shout who's out there tonight. Give me a wave. Give me a thumbs up. So, where is it at? Are we seeing it or not? Okay, we're seeing it. Okay. So that's what we're going to make it look interesting like that. It doesn't matter. We're cool on these the reports and that. It's pretty cool. I like it like that. It's the way I like it. It's pretty cool. And we got our YouTube channels out there tonight, man. Hey, what's up, UDX362? So I made it a little custom like that, guys. I did that in OBS Studio. I made it look like that to I did the Luma Max effect and the sharpness. I put it in the background, but I had the original one on the second one. I'll show you in a second. And I'll show you what it looks like on the original side. Hold on a second. Let me go back here. This took me a while to get this done, okay? I actually did all that. And I'm going to show you what the original one looks like, and I'll show you up here. This is what it will look like here. That's what it'll look like. We're gonna make the same black thing again and put it in the background when we run our radios. That would be something cool. But Let Me Repeat has something just like this, the same thing, and they run in the background. That's the 90s Weather Channel. Instead, they made this. You can actually download this, do it all for free. So that's what it is. I'm gonna go back over here. And that looks pretty cool. Look what I did on that. So we got our images in the background of the UDX things. I'll show you guys how to turn it off here. And you guys can see it like that. It's pretty cool. And most of it will blend in some of those things. So that's pretty cool. So who's in here tonight? I saw someone in just now. So it does, the way you've done the custom filter thing, I went into right-click filters in this thing on the OBS Studio, and went into yeah, it was in the filters, and you select Luma, and you can set this select the Luma Max is like 1000 something 1000, I think it's like 10,000, it's like 1.0000 for Luma Max. Luma Max Smooth is like 0.0000, and Luma Minimal is actually 0.300. That's what it is. Luma Minimal is actually 0.300, and Luma Minimal Smooth is 0.0000. And Sharpness is 1.0, 1.00. So that's how I made it look like that, guys. It works good. If you guys have like a background screen like that, that will work good. And it's pretty perfect when we got a little blue thing in the background of the thing you guys see there. And it looks awesome. So it doesn't matter. We got to make it look pretty interesting like this. And we'll probably do the one with the C radio, like we have the thing in the background once in a while like that. But I was trying something out because I saw this on Let Me Repeat the other day. And this person actually put it on there next to their C radio, running one of these, and they were up in New York, in New Jersey, and they had storms were coming in. They showed the radar doing it, It was pretty cool. And I made it more look interesting. That's cool. And tells the sunrise. So it's actually located in Knoxville, Tennessee, where it's reading it from. Where it's reading the stuff. It's on the internet, and that's where the most of the forecast is coming out of Knoxville, Tennessee, where that little center is. That's the airports are reading there, and you can see the rain on the radar. So it looks all right, but pretty interesting. So what happened to that one? They just came back on. So the only thing you gotta do, you don't want to play the music on this thing. It has music you can get on their site. You can go get it. I put one music in there, and that's the only way you gotta run it. But I mute the desktop background, but I don't want to turn on the music in this thing when it does. But when you do that, if you're gonna run something like the YouTube music you do like on YouTube stuff, just mostly turn off this weather app thing, then you'll be fine. So this is great. Look at we're talking about all the channels there. You see the Uncle Fred Chicken Choker. Everybody's reading that on the bottom. So there's like 10 memory things inside of those things you set. So and it only gives you like 280 characters, each one of them. So that's what it does on the bottom blue things. It looks pretty cool, man. That's why I like it. It's got air receiver in the background. It doesn't matter, but yeah, they repeat this every few minutes, the same thing over and over again. It's pretty fast, and you can still get an idea of it. I like to make it look kind of different, interesting, look cool. So who's in here tonight, Bill? So yeah, it's been kind of hot today. So about our rate, what's going on with the tube radio? I still gotta get 3 more caps. That's all I need. 3 more caps. I already got the other one. Just needs to go on that part you've seen. I just need 3 more caps, and we got the ComSat 35. It's the same caps like the ones I got in the mail a few days ago. The yellow caps. That's what I need. And I need 2 0.47s, 600 volts. That's what we need for those. And the other one needs like a 1 Eurofarad, 600 volts. Same thing. And that's all you need. That's what I'm saying. So who's in the chat room today? So I'm gonna go look in a second. I saw someone in there a minute ago. So yeah. So my dad's been home for almost a week, guys. And what happened in that place in Park West, I wouldn't recommend to go to that house, but the nursing kind of stuff has gone downhill. But he used to be good. And oh, you gotta go to bed? Okay. I was just running this test. So what do you guys think of this thing? It's pretty cool. And it's like, this is how you want to do it. I know it's pretty perfect, but yeah, my dad had sepsis. That's what happened during that week. When it happened last week, it happened for 3 days once, and his hand couldn't move. So he's supposed to get a stent removed by next Tuesday. So I'll probably be going into Knoxville during next Tuesday. I won't be on the radio that day, so I just want to let you guys know. So so I'll probably be going to go with my family during next Tuesday. So my dad gets the stent removed. But last week, when I was home about 3 days, and I did a live stream, you guys seen that, and yeah, we're trying to get him, and the doctor was recommended to get him out of the house and head home because the place was dirty, because they let him sit in his own crap doing that hospital called Park West. It used to be good, but it has gone downhill. So he'd probably be going to like Oak Ridge or Knoxville during next week to get the stent removed. He's doing okay, but as I'm saying, so this is pretty cool, guys. Look what I did. But I like to look at the weather things on the internet, but this gives an idea. But a lot of people can do this for their show. I want World Radio 559 do this. He could put this in his background when he runs on his show, like the little San Francisco Bay thing, and you have this flow in the background. I know people might not like the Weather Channel thing. This is the old school Weather Channel when it used to be really good. This is so what it reminds me of when I seen this a long time ago. I remember Weather Channel since 1986. See, the Foxman logo I put up there, you got to get it that size to do it on paint, to do it in your local windows. You got to get it down that size to get it fit in there. You guys know how Photoshop, Photo Paint works. You got to crop the image and get it that small, and it usually will fit it up pretty good. So that's pretty cool. So I'll be right back in about in a few minutes. I'm gonna go look at this on the big screen, see what it looks like, and I'll be right back in 10 minutes. I'm gonna let this run for a while so let people see this. It is pretty good. I like to make it look cool, but it's pretty good. You can't beat anything better than this, guys. It's pretty cool. Actually, you guys should try it out and see what you can do on your shows on it. So I'll be right back in about 5-10 minutes, and I'll be right back. Good evening to you out there, UDX362 Scottsdale, Arizona. I see you out there. I was sitting there looking at this on the TV screen. It looks different on the phone or the TV screen. You can see it on the TV. It looks kind of cool, but man, you guys think about it. You guys can go get this stuff. It's pretty easy to get. I did some little filtering on this thing. OBS Studio can make it look like that when you do this. To put it in like that. Did I show you the little bit original part on the screen? The original one I showed you on the part I showed you earlier today, but I actually tuned this in like that. But it's the original one from the Weather Channel. But someone actually made this. It's a simulation program they made, and they started way back then. There've been a lot of people. There've been like 3 people passed away that made this program they did. You guys will see the link down below where you go look out on YouTube to find the person how to do this. It's very easy to download. 98 megs. It's very small, and you put in all the stuff in there, like your cities and towns and stuff like that, and that's how I put in all that the way it did. And it'll download from the internet to put it in there. That's how this simulation works. It actually is running this stuff on the internet. This is like the Weatherstar4000. They used to have this giant device back in the day to run this through a modem system or internet system back in the day. And instead, they do this on the internet now, and it gets all the weather stuff from the Weather Channel or the National Weather Service, where it gets it from, and that's what it does. It also is reading out these airports or where it's at, but sometimes you have to spread out like the ones on the screen with those big cities. How I did that, pick several times, and there's actually where you can get the Weather Channel music. You can just put one music in there, and don't run the music on YouTube. So I actually leave the desktop muted in the background so you won't hear it even on the video. And only if I'm going to run, yeah, that's what I do. That's what you got to do with this. But when you talk on C radios on your audio jacks, it'll still work fine with this. Even you could do it like this kind of way. You could show you. This is the normal mode here. I'll show you what this one looks like on thing. 11 meter repeater actually has it like this. See, I put it up there. We'll have to probably adjust it like when we get the radios on. When I get it all set up, we'll do something like that. So that's the original one that does. I put it in small size, and maybe we'll get this little down either way. So I actually put that in there earlier today. So as you can see it, that's the original one. So we're going to go back to the one on the screen. So I did it like that to make it look cool, and we can leave it like that all day. Just like when we talk on the radio, you can do it like that. And the cool thing about OBS Studio, you can actually filter things. They have like little filters you can adjust around. So I'll show you guys a little bit of it. But it took a while. The program was 3.5 hours to put this in. About 3 hours, you have to type everything in to put the bar thing. Especially for that. The one took me time was that little bit, the one you see down the bottom bar there. So I put the little timer over that, the clock over there. It's a big blue bar, but I made it look like that. But it took me 2 hours, almost 3.5 hours to put that together with the texting. There's like 10 memory saves in there for each one. It only does up to 280 characters for each one of these things. And you can set it from almost 3 hours, 4 hours. But you can do it every 15 minutes. I set it for every 15 minutes to when it changes to different text on the bottom where it shows like the channels we're showing out there today. Like it will show like talk about 390 Wagon Master Channel and the old 2 Radio Network and old Radio Network. I put it in there, little short things like that, and the sites to check on YouTube and all that stuff. And that's what it'll do. It has like 10 of these things. I put at least almost 8 of them inside of there. And you can do like Merry Christmas and holiday things in the background, just like they did in the old Weather Channel back in 1986 through 2004. This kind of setup reminds of the 90s, what it was like in the 80s too, but I made it a little bit newer so you can see that. You can put in blend in the background like that if you do the filter thing, the adjustment on OBS Studio with this. It's pretty easy when you right click on it, and you can make it look like that. That's why you gotta make it look interesting on that. It's pretty cool. So it actually is the live weather report. That's actually the live temperature where it's reading from online through the Weatherstar4000. It's reading those temperatures at the local airports and stuff like that, or either way where it's coming from. It's actually getting this on the internet and going right into a simulation. Someone actually created this, a little small program out of it, and it took a long time. It took a very long time to get it like that. And it's pretty cool. You guys can go get it for free and go on there. They have little forums in there you go see about this thing. But people run this on YouTube. I'm seeing a few number of times. I've seen on other channels, and people have done it, and I did not know. Either way, hold on a second. I might have to change that in a second. I need to go look at the Jungle Joe. You'll see in a minute. I'm going to try that. Let me exit out the simulation. You guys will see what it looks like. I'll show you guys in a second. Let me put an escape key. And that's what it'll look like, that what it does. See, that's what it will look like. And it'll do like that. You could do. I'll try to get that fixed with the Jungle Joe thing. I saw something there. Hold on a second. We'll fire it up in a minute. I just need to look at. I made a mistake on one Jungle Joe's. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go look at it. Sorry about that, guys. See, I'm looking for Jungle Joe. Let's see. There it goes. Jungle Joe's right. Let me see if I got that right. Let me see. Yeah, I'll try to fix that in a second, guys. I'm on the mic still. All right, we're still good. Don't worry, it'll fix it in a few minutes. I'm trying to check where it's at. I must have been kind of tired doing that. Yeah, I forgot to put the L between the E. So I'm gonna fix that in a second. Then we'll be done in a minute. I showed you a little bit of it, but I didn't want to show my GPS coordinates on there. That's what it does. Because good thing I put it down here. Okay, we're ready to go, guys. Let's turn this thing back on. Let's do it, guys. Let's turn this baby back on. I'll show you guys how it works. Watch how it does this, guys. Watch this. We go here, run simulation, and we're ready to rock and roll. Oh shoot, we're on the blue screen? How the heck that happened? Yeah, okay. See, it kicks the blue screen. I can see it on that one. It looks blue, but it looks black in the background. Let me see, let me check my filters. Right. Yeah, my filter's right. Yeah, it's good. Looking good on the screen. Cool. Everything looks the same. Good, good. We got it going, guys. See, that's how we do it, but it's you have to go in there, but I didn't want to show the the coordinates of your places like that. It shows that on top. But there's a lot more options on the top. You go inside to run the simulation. You have to put all this stuff in here. That's what it is. It's pretty awesome. So looking cool, guys. That's how it works, guys. But you guys will learn it. It's easy. But on OBS Studio, you can actually make. They have little filters. You can do things like that. So like I showed you, and you'll see it down in the description what the settings in OBS Studio for this one. When you set it in there for the Weatherstar4000, if you want to make it look like that, then blend in the pictures and stuff like that, that's pretty cool. Look at that. And even you could do this with your C-Room when you talk at the same time if you want to do something like that, to run this on the screen. That would be so amazing. You can actually do that. Anything that runs OBS. Well, it looked good with the northern lights in the background. So who was in here tonight? So we had 4 viewers. I had 7 viewers just a minute ago. So you guys got any good conditions today? House conditions, where you guys at? Not all that great today. I heard a little skip on the Super Bowl. And then today, it was yesterday. Um, doing, my mom was trying to get one of her chickens in the house. A snake came right between her leg, didn't went inside, and it moved on the side. It was a black snake. We were trying to get it out of the way, and it ran over the shed. It ran to the shed. That's what it did. It was like a very small one. So yesterday, we actually got the little white fence thing. You see how it's stretched out to my gate. So my birds are going to that field when they eat all the bugs and stuff, and they walk around in the whole entire dog pen, and usually go back into the chicken coop at night. They're eating a lot of that stuff down still. So that's what I've been doing last. And probably do some more garden stuff tomorrow, but yeah. And now we got the sites out there. That's good. So let's look at the weather conditions tonight. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, lows in the upper 50s, light winds. Light winds. Temperature 62 degrees. Is that the actual current temperature? 72 humidity. Barometer pressure is 3.19. I think stationary. I think that's what it is. Visible 10 miles ceiling unlimited. It probably does an update every at a certain hour, and that's what they do. Temperature in Knoxville is 84 degrees right now. That's Tuesday forecast. Be like low on Wednesday, be like low 59, high 86. It's still gonna be in the upper 80s. Look at that, guys. You see that? And let me see, what's the temperature right now? Let's go look on the website. I'm gonna see if it's actually right. Now let's see if it's actually right. So I'll show you guys where you can go get this thing on the site. I'll turn on the minutes so you guys go look at where you get the software before we do it. And I'll show you guys in a minute. We got the Firefox on right now. It's actually 62 degrees. That's right, guys. The temperature is right, guys. I just looked at it. So let me show you where you guys go get this thing before we start out here. I'm going to shut this off for a second. Let me see what we can get. We got it. Upstairs. Let's see. I'll go back to it in a second, guys. Let's see. Alright, let me show you guys where we get it from. Let me just say with the image in our background. And I'll show you a second. Alright, we'll leave that temperature on there. See that site there, guys? That is where you get that thing at. That's the site. So you go look for that site on the internet. That's where we got it from. I'll show you what it looks like. See, it's called the WS4000. It's the Weatherstar4000 simulation. You go download it here. That's where you guys go download the stuff. It's in this area. Let me show you guys where you can download it. This is where you guys go get it. Yeah. The last time they did update was in 2025. That's when they did the software update last year, last December. So they finally did an update on the system back in 2025. So there's a lot of stuff you can go in here. You can log and set your account. So this is what it talks about. Loads with tons of future from the original. And it has all that stuff from Sunrise. That's what it'll look like. So you guys need to go check out the site this evening. Learn all this stuff here. I'll show you guys on here. Can you guys see in the background? Let me take a look. I'm looking at it. You guys can get an idea of it. I'm going to leave that running right there so you guys can look at it. So that's what you guys do. That's what it will be doing. So you go get this program, go get it. You can create playlists, but mostly, I don't even know if we could do MP3s. I don't even know. It says non-DRM protected codes for your music files. I don't know what that means. And you guys should check this all out tonight. Go have some fun with this. Do something with your C radio, but I don't run the music when I turn off the desktop audio, mute it on the OBS Studio. That's what I usually do, and you just turn off the WS4000 if you're going to run something either way on that. But I don't run that on. They actually, you can go get the Weather Channel stuff on that. But yes, mostly you can run it like that with OBS Studio. As long as you have your radios running in the background, you'll be fine. But you can do a lot of things with this thing, trust me. But this is actually it updates the weather stuff. It says you can have your message download good. 10 different crawl messages can be stored, able to schedule from 15 minutes display hours up to 24 hours. You can do a lot of things. I put it up to 15 minutes one, and this is what it shows. So it's pretty cool, guys, and you guys should go look at that. Let's look at the community support page, what these guys are about. There's a lot of forums. I know what forums are, and it's pretty cool. So, very interesting thing today. So, you guys, we'll put the site down in the description late tonight. We'll go get out before we get out of here. And I'm just going to close this guys out. Go check it out later tonight. And I'll tell you guys, I'll stop. I'll just let you guys do that. Let's continue with the thing here. And we got this here. And we got there. Here's there we go, guys. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I gotta do something for my dad in a minute. I'll be right back. So guys, I'm back. So is anybody out there? We're looking at Rooster's thing right now. That thing's going through. It's pretty cool. Every 15 minutes it changes. So we got Rooster's thing out there right now tonight. It's pretty awesome. Those little bar things took some time to do. It does it every 15 minutes when it does it. So I had to help my dad a few minutes ago. Yeah. So it's almost 2 in the morning, guys. So I saw the chat post in there about Gordon was talking about he had conditions in New Zealand tonight. Early today, I was stuck to walkie-talkie. I was getting my flashlight to get my chicken in the house. I heard some stations out of Mexico and Puerto Rico today, around 8 o'clock in the evening yesterday. And that's what I heard. I heard guys on Channel 5 and parts of Channel 1 and Channel 9. I heard a lot of Spanish stations up here tonight. So what do you think of this little weather channel thing? It's pretty cool. You guys can go get it. And I don't know. I want to know, Scarecrow, would this work in New Zealand? Can you try this in New Zealand, see if this thing works? I know you guys had the Weather Channel back in New Zealand in the 80s and 90s, but that's what it used to look like back in 1986 to 2004. But someone actually made this as a simulation because back then they had a giant computer box. That's what they did. It's actually called the Weatherstar4000. Yeah, guys, look it up. But there was a lot of people who designed this, and there was actually 3 people that passed away. It says the on the software they made it, and they took a lot of work in this. It was like 3 years ago when they first developed this. That's what they did. I didn't know it was during the time. 3 years ago, we were busy on radios and stuff. And I've seen people that run this thing every once in a while on YouTube. Now we know how they're doing it. They're actually using this thing to it. That's how they're doing it. It's not a very big program. It's very tiny. It's like 98 megs. It's almost the size you put on a floppy disk. That's what they used to use. Like those little small floppy disks. That's the size of what the program is. It could have been a 386 machine that ran this on, but much higher graphics. Could have been more. So that actually shows all that. I made it look different like that, so to make it interesting on video, make it look cool. You can do it like that if you want, but I figured a way how to put that, got that thing in the background to cut down the what's the filters on it. And you click on it on OBS Studio to go into the thing you set for this thing. For this one, I just used the Luma Max, the Limited Type Max filters. That's what I did, and the Sharpness. The Limited Max is actually what really cut down the part of it in the background. You can do any color in this if you want to adjust any color you want on this thing if you want. If you're on OBS Studio, yes, you can do a lot of stuff with this. So Fox says he's talking about UDX462 I got to run, and I'm on the road. Hope to hear you around the band's UDX462. Yeah, nothing conditions tonight. Yeah, good. So we got UDX33 in Scottsdale, Arizona out there too. And I actually only heard Skip a few days ago, but conditions have been up and down, bad conditions because I was listening on the Quad 5. And I think 3 nights ago, I heard Little Australia came in and went out. That's the only thing I heard. And I heard a lot of local talks. So I was talking to those guys on Channel 26. Like I heard Rooster out there one night on the when I was actually out there talking to him. He was out there on some nights out there. He was out there like 3 nights ago. He was talking to his guys out there. Let me tell you, Rooster is out there all the time on the radio. Not during the day, but usually sometimes during the day and probably at night. He's not. He's usually there on sometimes when you hear him out there on Channel 26. If you're in my area or down to where he's at, you'll hear him out there on 26 talking to Timberwolf, Ridge Runner, all those other guys. And he's at 60 miles away. Ridge Runner's like 35 miles away from me to the east. That's where he's at. I think I talked to a local trucker yesterday on the radio. I did a radio check. They like when they do radio checks on Channel 19 for the truckers. They love to test out the radios. Trust me, if you want to do a radio check with any trucker on the channel on 19 in North America, they usually will do it. And there was a guy who was trying on his Cobra. He was actually trying out one of his Cobra radios. Sound tracker is what it was. That's what he had. And when he got about 12, he was 12 miles away. And after that point, he was gone about 10 minutes later to the east. And I told him about our YouTube channel tonight on my YouTube channel. I hope he is watching this channel tonight. I told him on my YouTube channel to check out my videos. He's probably just watching it. So you only had 2 contacts to New Zealand, Chile. Cool. Did you see that video I had a few days ago, last week? When my dad was in the house, I was making those contacts. I made the contact to Argentina last week, all the way to South America during the day. Then before that was Mexico. I made that contact to Mexico City. It was coming loud. Then that night, before the skip died out, before like late at night, probably around 7 or 8 o'clock that night, I made that contact to Tasmania, Australia, which was 9,700 miles. And it made it through almost down the island of Tasmania with the beam antenna and the President Madison 1 radio. And you guys saw that video on there. That was pretty cool. And you can hear them out there. So what's the reading on this thing right now? Pretty cool. So look at that. These little bar effect things are awesome. And it's talking about Golden Age 1220. Look at that, guys. You can't get any better than this little program. You can do a lot of things. You only can do 10 memories up to it. It gives you up to 280 characters for each one of these things. And that's how you guys do it. It's almost like 80s retro graphic stuff and early 90s. So it came out in 1990 when this came out. I remember years ago when it was on the Weather Channel. I remember a lot of it. When I was 6 years old is when I remember the Weather Channel when I was back then, even in elementary school. And I've seen it back in 1987. Ever since I saw the Weather Channel since Puerto Rico, that's the first time I saw it. And that's when it came. It was on cable TV back then when it came out. Back then, the Weather Channel was very different than today. Mostly, it's more like what the Weather Nation's now, what it's like the old Weather Channel, but instead it doesn't. It's the same kind of way, like no TV reality shows on the Weather Nation, just like the Weather Channel back in the 80s and 90s. They didn't have all these reality shows like ice truckers and stuff like that. The Weather Channel in the 80s and 90s did not have that. And that's what I remember back then. They never did have that. I just want to let you guys know that. And the only thing on the Weather Channel had back then was weather in the classroom. I remember back in the 90s when they showed it, and they showed what cold fronts were for a few minutes, and that was it. Then it goes on to a commercial, but the Weather Channel always went on like about 10 to 30 minutes on this kind of thing, what it did back then with the music and the play back then. And then it go on the next thing. Then every couple hours, every hour they go through the tropics and stuff. That's what they do. That's what it used to look like back in 1986. Instead, I made it look a little cooler when I did. Instead of all these blue backgrounds they show, but that's what it looked like back in 1986 to 1999. And the last time they used this up to 2005 during the Hurricane Katrina years, and probably during 2004. That's the last time I saw one of these things back on live cable TV or on direct TV or dish, where I never back then. That was the last time they used this in 2004 or 2005, I know. And that's when they had this. And mostly, I never, a lot of this kind of, the maps look the same. They did a good design. And a lot of places had like car mechanical shots in it, like the Ford dealer happened in North Florida had one of these back in 1998, or the local place in Lake City, Florida had one of these at their local Walmarts. This kind of way look, and sitting in the chair watching the Weather Channel of this kind of movie back in 1998 or 1999 and the early 2000s. That's what it used to look like with the weather radars. That's what they showed. And that's what I remember back then. This stuff gives me some memories back then when I was very young. When I was 6 to maybe when I was in my early 20s back then. Say what's up, UDX462. Good stuff. UDX362. You say? Yeah. I hope Wagmans be interested to look at this. And maybe UDX, maybe Brad take a look at this. UDX59 Zoo. They need something for Salt Lake City. I'm sure you're tired of watching KSL on TV. I know you guys don't like that stuff, but come on, this is better than nothing. We don't have no drama on this. That's what I like about it. Without all that crazy weather drama stuff don't like when they all hype up. We don't hype up the storm. We keep it cool. We just show you what's actually going on tonight. We'll run this on some of our CB radio live shows. When I do the radio, we'll have that on. See how it does. See, it depends how it works. If it does good. It says you don't, and you only need like 8 gigs of RAM for this one. That's all you need. I don't know what this one runs on, but it does pretty good. So, because when I run the sound thing in the background, that's what it is. But we can make it a little smaller on some size. But this will give us a little weather report. I usually will do this once in a while, or when we jumped off, we get done with doing, when we get done doing our TSL reports, and we'll just run this and talk about the channels tonight. What we're talking about. Then we do that. So we already got the channels in here in the the barcode thing, but I usually do that. But you got to make a little combinations on that. So that's the Northern Lights back in last November. Those photos there makes it look cool with the Northern Lights, yeah. So you guys got a lot of skipping, but I hope I get my tube radio working because I need those caps so bad. Those 3 caps I need from Miles Electronics, then I'll be rock and rolling. And we get a test out in the front yard like I did the Robin T123B, the T123. Yeah, the T123TB, that's what it was. But I have the Concept 35 almost 96% done on caps. I just need 3 more of those caps. The 047 600 volt, and the second one, the same thing, 047 600 volt, and also I need a 1 euro share of 600 volt. That's the middle cap, and that's it. And it doesn't take that long to solder them. It takes at least 10 to 15, 20 minutes to do them, each one of them. That's what you do. It depends how you do it. And the tough spots, you have to take a little bit longer to do that. But I did a good soldering video just the other day. You guys saw that. And I put the list of where you can go get those caps, the ones I really need for the ComSat 35, those 3 caps I need to get, and that would be complete the whole thing. But we don't know how it's going to turn out. It should turn out okay, pretty good. So the weather report looks pretty good on that one. Pretty awesome, guys. So you guys have a good night. I want to get on out here, so don't forget to check out 390 Watt Master on YouTube over in Salt Lake City, Utah. And don't forget to check them on Thursday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time. He does live streams on Thursdays. So today's, what is it, Tuesday? Yep. Yeah, I just want to let you guys, this is pretty cool. And we got the forecast looking good. And I just want to let you guys know, yeah, it just changed. See, you guys, you can see the temperature change. It updates every hour. The time is right. So it's pretty good. And also, don't forget to check out Overnight Night this weekend on Saturdays, 21.C out of Charleston, South Carolina. UDX362 South Carolina. Don't forget to check him out. He does the Uncle Freddy Chicken Choker. And if you want to get in the shower wheel, get in there before 9 o'clock p.m. And also don't forget to check out the old 2 Radio Network, 27.085, channel 11. And his name is Bozo Control. Dennis Thompson out of Fresno, California. And don't forget to check, and they have 2 C radios on the air on those live streams on Saturday nights. They check in with those Robin T123Bs, then the Robin T123 yeah, that's right. The Robin T123B and your Robin T40D, that's what you need. And also the Johnson Messengers, Viking 1 and 2, and your ComSat 35s, your ComSat 25s, and your sonars, your Browning Golden Eagles, your DAC 9s and DAC 10s, and your Johnson Messenger 223. You got your Johnson Messenger 223, yep. And your Metro Tech, and you got the Hustler World Radio Labs, the little blue radio. And you get your rare ones like your Spitfires. You get a lot of different kind of radios. Pretty good. Just wanted you guys to let you know on that. Don't forget to check out the old 2 radio network, 27.085, channel 11, and that would be 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And for us, the Mountain Time, Eastern Time Zone would be 11 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, and it'll be that's right, and it'll be 10 o'clock Central Daylight Time, and 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 8 o'clock Pacific Time. That's right, and 7 o'clock for the Hawaiian Islands for the and the Eskimos up in Alaska too. And for Atlantic time will be at least midnight on Sunday morning for the OTR, O2 Radio Network. Oh yeah. And don't forget to check out Highlander 498 Video Gates on YouTube. And he goes by John Juliet Oscar and Juliet Oscar Hotel in November. He's out of St. Louis, Missouri. And he's got lots of great C radio videos on that channel, especially with the waterfall, with the I think it was the Yusu something what it is, or what it is, or the Icon 7300. It looks like that too. So don't forget to check out Highlander 498 and say there only could be only one, and that's what I'm saying. Oh yeah. Also, don't forget to check out CB Lounge 2112, Carson City, Nevada. Name is Reed. The man's sharp, always sharp. He knows like $1, and I'm saying, and he goes by that. He's in Carson City, Nevada, talking on the C rail, having fun, doing on the DX, and he sits there, drinks some RC colas, and he says, "Shockwave, 79 smoke screen. Oh yeah." Don't forget to check out CB Lounge 2112 Interactive Video Gates. Don't forget to check out CB 2112 on YouTube. And he's in that kind of place out there doing all the DX contests. He's like going back to 1980s through 1986 through 1985 through 1989. Man knows how to rock on that stuff. And believe me, he has never been watching TV since 2004. He went back to the 80s and 90s to live the life he wants to do. And the C radio saved his life one day when he was homeless one time in Las Vegas. The long story. So then check out C Lounge 2112. The Sunday services is always on Sundays on the live stream. And you get to hear, if you do hear him on the radio sometimes on live stream, go in there, chat with him, have fun, do some DX contacts. If he got his own video camera working, he'll make sure to record how you sound like, and you know it. Don't forget to check that out. Oh yeah. So I just want to let you guys know that. You guys have a great night. This is UDX362 Knoxvillle, Tennessee, getting all down. I'm going to shut this little thing down soon. Just want to let you guys know. This thing looks very beautiful we did today. And I just want to let you guys know. And you guys have a good night. This is 362 Knoxvillle, Tennessee, getting on down. And we'll close this out for you. And here we go. So you guys have a good night. 362 Knoxvillle, Tennessee, getting on down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I you guys know. So if you guys still hear me, thanks for coming out here tonight. UDX99 out there, and UDX3030 Scottsdale, Arizona. UDX462 out there, Gordon out of New Zealand, called the Scarecrow. And don't forget to check that out. So you guys have a good night. 362 Knoxvillle, Tennessee, getting on down. Let me see, make sure we get this thing on the dial. And make sure we fast forward. You guys have a good night. We'll catch you later off the key. We'll bring up more videos soon. Oh yeah. So thanks for coming out there, everybody. And we'll bring up more videos soon. And we have all this stuff here. You guys have a good night. We'll catch you later. We're 73. We are in God, Lord, and God bless you in Radio Land. This is Foxman 362. We're already on YouTube. This is Foxman 362. UDX 362, 362. So long, everybody. We'll catch you later. Have a good night. And we just want to show you what that little, we showed that little Weatherstar4000. Let me know you guys want to try out yours. I want to see yours, what it looks like. And maybe you guys go check out, get it downloaded, try it out, have some fun with it, and you guys will love it. Have a good night, everybody. We'll catch you later. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Get on down.